Hello, Julenn Keeling here, Associate Broker with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Towne Realty, located right on the coast in beautiful Hampton Roads, Virginia. Welcome to Chapter 103 in my first time home buying series, and today we're going to discuss what is the paperwork needed for your mortgage pre-approval. Be sure to stay tuned to the end as I will have bonus tips on how you can save some money and streamline the process, as I'm always presenting you with options and producing results. Let's jump right in. The first item that you will need will be your last 2 years worth of tax returns and W-2 statements. These, for the most people, can take the longest to find, and if you don't have them on hand, then you may actually have to request them directly from either your tax preparer or the IRS. If this is the case, I would go ahead and jump right on working to obtain these. Your lender may go ahead and do a pre-qualification letter for you based on the information that you have already told them. However, before you can close on your loan, you're definitely going to have to provide these to them, and you don't want these to hold up the show. The second item that you will need will be your last 2 months worth of pay stubs and/or LES statements. For instance, if you get paid bi-weekly, then you will need a total of 4, versus if you get paid weekly, then you would need a total of 8. The lender will not take just deposit slips or the transaction details from your bank that show where the deposits have been made. They need the actual LES statements or pay stubs. The third item that you will need to provide will be your last 2 months worth of bank statements. They cannot just be the screenshots, but the actual statements with all of the pages. The all of the pages part is important, and the lender will check to see that all of the pages are indeed there. In order to obtain these, most of the time you can just log into your bank's online banking system and pull up your account. Most of your statements are going to be archived in there, and then you can just print them out or save them. Bonus tip: the lender is going to need to verify where your earnest money deposit or EMD came from. If you ahead of time select an account which you're going to be using for your loan transaction to get your EMD from, any closing costs or down payment funds from, then you can provide just this one account's info. When you have multiple accounts, it sometimes can be more difficult to provide all of these statements to the lender. Therefore, with just a little bit of pre-planning and knowing which accounts that you're going to be using for the loan transaction, you're going to save yourself some additional paperwork. Bonus tip 2. When it comes to your bank statements and having to provide them, you can't have any NSF or non-sufficient funds or return item fees on there, as in lender land this is greatly frowned upon. The fourth item that you're going to need to provide will be any of your asset information. If you have any investment accounts such as IRAs or 401ks, the lender is going to want to see your most recent statement from these. One thing to note is that the all pages rule applies here as well. Bonus tip: if you plan on utilizing any funds from your investment account, such as your 401k, for any part of your loan to help with your closing costs or your down payment, I would suggest speaking with your loan officer before you do the transfer. Speaking with them beforehand will let you know exactly how you need to document the move. This also applies if you're getting any type of gift funds for the transaction. The lender is going to want to source where those funds came from. It's much easier to do this before the funds are moved and not after. If it turns out that the funds aren't sourced or documented properly, this can be a reason for loan denial, as well as additional red tape and hassle when the loan is in underwriting and processing. I hope that you have enjoyed the content and learned a little something along the way, as my goal is to always educate my buyers throughout the home buying process. I'll also put info down below in the description on how you can download my free pre-approval paperwork checklist that you can use as a nifty little guide. Now that you know what documents and paperwork that is needed to get pre-approved, if you want to know more about the logistical process that goes into getting a pre-approval done, be sure to check out my video that goes into just that. I'll link it down below in the description, as well as to a few other videos that are related to the first time home buying process. If you like what you saw, please give me a thumbs up and comment with yes down below if you found the information helpful. Feel free to share with a friend that may also find it useful. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to connecting with you again soon. Bye!